elbow down. You can begin whenever you're ready.
What? Oh, you think smoking is bad? Well, you're right. Smoking is bad. It is very harmful for you. However, is it the worst thing that can happen to your body? Well, according to the 2023 report by the US Surgeon General, smoking is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Well, what is it then? Is it obesity? Well, it's certainly up there. Is it drinking? Yes. Is it the lack of physical exercise? Sure. Maybe air pollution? Definitely not air pollution. So what is it then? What is so harmful and bad for your health and so damaging that the US Surgeon General has to issue a 60-page report and call it a national emergency? Well, my friends, it is loneliness. How does it work?
Press the down arrow.
Down arrow. Oh. Okay. It is loneliness. According to the report, the lack of social connection is equal to the same as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It is worse than obesity, it is worse than physical inactivity, and it is really damaging to your health. So today I want to talk to you about what is loneliness, why it happens to us, what are its effects, and what ECC can do to combat loneliness and to improve our experience here on campus. I will share 3 things ECC can implement today. See, when I came to the United States a few years ago, I was pretty lonely in the beginning for a few months. You know, I lost a lot of my friends that I left in Europe, and I had pretty big connection over there. And even though I lived with my family, I felt lonely still. So I thought maybe that's suburbs, or maybe that's driving culture, or car culture, or maybe that's the lack of social spaces, right? But I was wrong. Turns out, loneliness epidemic is actually a global one. According to the 2022 article by Ready Education, in the European Union, 18 to 25-year-olds report feeling lonely in 2022 4 times higher than they did in 2016. And in the UK, students report 59% of students feel lonely very often. So as we can see, loneliness is a global epidemic. It affects all of us. Now let's do an experiment. Raise your hand who here in this room ever felt lonely in their lives. Exactly, all of us. It's a unique thing, universal thing that we all struggle with. Now in America, the situation is also pretty bad. According to that same report, over the last 20 years, we have a very negative downward sloping graph on how many hours a week we spend with each other, communicating, how many friendships we have. And on the other side, the amount of time we spend lonely and isolated increases. Now, what is loneliness and why it happens? According to Kirksazad, a large scientific research community, loneliness is biological. See, we as humans, over the thousands of years, we have developed to be with each other, to survive. So being alone just meant you're not gonna survive. That's why it hurts. It's supposed to. But really, dangers are a lot. A lot of dangers are there for being lonely. Those are increased chances of heart disease, stroke, anxiety, depression, and early death. Who wouldn't want to live longer? So belonging is not optional. It is a fundamental human need. But it doesn't mean you have to spend 24/7 with your friends playing Fortnite in your mom's basement. It simply means that there are a few strategies that we can implement to improve our well-being. The US Surgeon General shares 6 different pillars of social connection, but today I just want to focus on one, which is improving environment on an institutional level. This is exactly what ECC can do. So I developed these 3 ideas and 3 solutions. So the solution number 1 would be an increase of physical spaces. That means more benches, more hammocks maybe, indoor and outdoor lounges, better sidewalks, which will improve walkability. And when people walk, they connect with each other, they build friendships. Similar to what Harvard College is already doing. This is a real picture. And actually, every time you step a foot on that campus, you feel the connection, you see groups of people walking around laughing. It is real. And it is already making people happier. So why can't we have it here? Solution number 2 that I think could work is device-free zones. Those could look like actual rooms where devices are prohibited, or where people are forced to spend more time with each other. And how funny it is that in the time where the world is the most connected it has ever been, we have to force and teach people how to talk to each other. That could be classes with reduced device use and actually healthy digital habits that could be developed. According to Harvard's 2024 survey, 73% report that technology is a contributing factor to our loneliness epidemic. So maybe our parents are right. Maybe it's all those phones. Now, solution number 3 could be a communication skill development as a college-wide initiative. That could look like more group projects within classes, faculty encouraging interaction, and mandatory intrapersonal communication courses. And I know what you might be thinking and wondering, Bohdan, are you not in student government? Can't you do something? Well, you're right. And a matter of fact, I have already done. Recently, I have spoke to our dean, informally, about the need to create more benches and more walkability on our campus. But I believe that one voice might not be enough, and there's power in numbers. So if you, like me, feel there's an urgent need for us to be healthier, feel free to reach out. This is his email. I'm not putting pressure on him, but you can reach out to him. He's very friendly. And I believe if more people talk about this issue, we actually have chances of improving something. But also, the speech would be incomplete if I didn't mention a few personal responsibility items that you can all implement to feel less lonely and more happy. Learn the skill of communication, because yes, communication is a skill. Work on building connections, join clubs, and maybe spend less time on your phone and more time with your family. To summarize, loneliness is really dangerous. It causes anxiety, depression, early death. It's extremely harmful for us as a society and for the world in general. ECC can and should fix spaces, create less technology spaces and environments, and facilitate more connection between us. But remember, loneliness affects all of us around the world. It's something very universal. But especially it affects young people. And I want to leave you with this quote by US Surgeon General. I think it summarizes everything pretty well and shows us how important fixing this issue is. If we fail to address the loneliness epidemic, we will pay an ever-increasing price in the form of our collective and individual health and well-being. And we will continue to splinter and divide until we can no longer stand as a community or as a nation. And after all, what good is a community college without a sense of community? Thank you.